Oh, sorry, no quote for this week.
Quoteless movie. No, it's difficult when they're a foreign movie.
Yeah, and I promise you, we didn't watch a silent film, so.
That's true, yeah. You don't want us butchering Japanese language.
What's going on, guys? My name is Barry.
And this is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. What's going on, guys? Welcome to
Week 4.
Week 4 of Who Watches This and our international or anime live adaptation anime
Yes.
movie.
Yes, that's it. See, and we won't even fix that because that's how we are. We're free flowing
And lazy.
and lazy, yeah. Unscripted.
Oh man, but you know we had to finish off this month with a Takashi Miike directed movie.
And this is his 100th movie.
Oh, was it?
It was.
I kept thinking for some reason it was 13 Assassins that was his 100th movie. But it's this one.
It's this one.
Oh man, and what a way to celebrate 100th movie.
Right?
I didn't know he had 100 movies.
That's a lot of movies.
So you would have to maybe direct like 2 to 3 films a year.
Right, because I mean, even if you are long lived, like 50 years is like the max amount of time that you have that you're working as a director.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you like starting at like 13 years old and you're like, my first movie was me and my friends and we was riding our bikes.
I mean, you never know. With a Super 8?
Yeah. We called it the ramp life. My first half pipe. I don't know.
Oh, like the convenience store around the corner. It's like Japan, so maybe.
Right.
You never know. He could have started when he was like, with a Super 8.
Yeah.
Like looking like one of these kids with their phone nowadays.
Right. But yeah, because I remember we used to make films in my backyard, like ninja movies and stuff. And it was the old VHS, like sit on your shoulder, looked like a news.
Yeah, like a news reporter.
Yeah.
Was the chunky kid holding the camera?
I was usually holding the camera. But I was the chunkiest of the kids too.
Were you?
So.
I mean, because I know you were like a swimmer in high school, so I didn't think you'd be like the chunky kid.
Well, I also enjoyed cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Even way back then. And as a youngster, I was I could throw the claim that I had never been full. Like I would throw that around. Like I just ate dinner, but yeah, of course we can have something else because I've never been full.
Like Ted Mosby from How I Met Your Mother, vomit free since '93.
Now I'm like, I can't have that third piece of pizza because my tummy's already. I'm not young anymore.
All right. Well, we got sidetracked, but today's movie is probably like one of like the coolest samurai movies you'll watch in a long time.
Oh yeah, no, this was fantastic.
Yeah, it is Immortal. Oh God, what is it? Oh no, I've already forgotten the movie.
Last Samurai.
No,
or Immortal Samurai.
Immortal Blade.
No.
Oh no, Blade of the Immortal.
Blade of the Immortal.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep that in just so you guys know it's super unscripted.
Yeah, you threw me off there, and then I
messed you up too.
Right.
See, that's my fault. I believe this is based on like an old manga, right?
Yes.
Because I remember always seeing those at Borders, and if you guys don't know what Borders is, it is the budget Barnes and Nobles.
Yes.
But I think Borders has fostered so many people to read for free in their store.
Right, yes, because they'll throw a coffee shop in the store.
And that's their fault.
And then put a bunch of comfy couches And then
Well, no, like even in like the book aisles, there was like sometimes there was like a place you could sit, like an actual little chair.
Yeah.
You know. So, but yeah, I remember always seeing this on the manga shelf, Blade of the Immortal.
Yes.
And it had like the art style was pretty distinct from other anime or manga from that time, right?
Yeah.
Because everyone's so used to the Dragon Ball, the Pokemon type of art style that when you saw this, like as me as a young kid, I was like, oh, that looks like it's gonna be super graphic.
Right, it was much grittier like style.
Yeah, this one I believe was more in line with like Fists of the North Star, Berserker type of. It's a very seinen, which is a genre of anime that is like a mature, violent type of thing.
Right.
And this definitely fits that. Oh man. Oh.
There's definitely a few people who get killed.
Oh yeah, and there's a trigger warning for people. There is a what's it called? A sexual assault scene.
Right.
But
they do a good job of inferring it without showing it.
Yeah, you hear the noises, which is terrible. This is so bad.
I guess there's really two of them.
Is there?
Because the other one is later on the guy who goes blonde.
Oh yeah, from like the stress somehow. Was that like? Did he? Was he just in the lobby? Did he go all the way to the?
Well, I think he was in the lobby, and then the girl was like, "No, you can't do that."
Yeah. Well, yeah, especially for her to see it. It's
right. She's like, I don't want to see that twice.
Exactly.
Because she had to see the first one.
Well, like she sort of saw it, and then that weird, creepy dude.
Yeah.
Was like, I was like, oh, he's an okay guy. Oh, never mind, he's not an okay guy.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do a quick overview of the plot. I really want to talk about like a generic plot instead of what I've always been doing is going through the movie, almost like thing. That way, at the end we can talk about it more in detail without like being redundant, right?
Makes sense.
And so, we start off the movie in black and white. We start off with Manji, who is our immortal swordsman,
right?
But the blade of the immortal, so different. Which like I kind of don't get the title now because he has so many blades. Like I don't know where he
love
is.
That part.
He is like a video game character because when you're playing these type of video games, you're like, where is he carrying all these weapons?
Right.
And he is just I don't know where he's
a big puffy samurai like gi sleeves apparently have lots of sword pockets.
But we start off in a very classic black and white type of style, right? Manji is running away with his sister who is suffering from madness. I don't know what you would call that.
Right.
She has a mental breakdown.
Yeah.
Right. And apparently there's no doctor there to relieve her of that. And by that, I mean massaging her pelvis. I think that's how they use this cure hysteria, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. No, she has a mental breakdown, and we see the reason for that is because Manji had killed her husband, who was a bodyguard for another government official.
Yes.
And she accidentally witnesses the murder of her husband from her brother.
Right.
And so she's sort of reverted back to like maybe like a 6-year-old or something like that.
That's probably a good.
Yeah. But Manji is being hunted down by bounty hunters because there's a huge reward on it.
Right, for killing the government official.
Yeah. And then actually he kills 2 government officials we later learn on.
Yeah.
Right? But as he's trying to escape, his sister sort of gets away from him, and then his sister gets caught by the bounty hunters, and he's like, let her go and you can have me, I believe. And the bounty hunter is like, okay, so lets his sister go, but before she can get to her brother, slashes her in the back.
Yep.
And And in probably like one of the most anime parts in this whole film, Manji goes into Super Saiyan Berserk mode. And one of the coolest like fight scenes though. Like I don't know if it's because it's in black and white and it's pretty like outlandish, but it's super cool. He takes out maybe like 50 dudes.
Yeah.
And if I was the head bounty hunter guy and I just saw like piles of dead bodies, I probably would have ran away. Like,
yeah, you think that.
Nope. But
unless you're just like, everybody who works for me is very incompetent, but I am a fantastic swordsman, so I'm not worried.
And I just need these guys to tire him out.
Yeah.
Right? No, it's 100. He kills 100 people because later on he's called the 100 Killer.
Yes.
Which is a pretty badass name. No, but when he gets to the main bounty hunter, they go through like an exchange of like sword battle, and then he kills him. Right? And so at this point, Manji, he has no reasons to live because he told some ghost apparition in a graveyard that the only reason he still hasn't committed seppuku was because he had to take care of his sister.
Right.
But now that his sister is dead, he feels like he's free to die. And so she tells the old ghost ladies, like, just kill me. But she implants a bloodworm in him.
Yes.
Which is cool.
From the sacred llama.
Yeah, I don't know if that's like an actual llama or.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, in my head when she said that, I just pictured a llama doing the Buddhist style, like just
it's like a very cartoony llama. As I put my fingers into the okay sign, and I'm meditating over here.
No, but yeah, and so he ends up becoming basically an immortal.
Right.
Right, because we see that the hand that got cut off earlier, little tendrils of flesh reach out to it and reattach itself.
Right. Yes. Basically, the worms keep him alive if he ever gets injuries, so that they can continue to live inside of him.
Gross.
It's a good parasitic relationship.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty much Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much Wolverine. I mean, I guess you could still drown him, because Wolverine can be drowned.
Yeah.
Do you not agree with that theory that you could just drown Wolverine?
I don't think you can, but I'm not sure why.
Well, because he can't breathe underwater.
He can't, but that's true. But they encased him in carbonite and but they also for a couple years, and then he came back to life.
They also did that to Han Solo.
But they did it to Han Solo in a way that they scienced it so that it was supposed to be able to.
Okay. So we flash 50 years into the future.
This is the most side stories on this episode.
We do flash 50 years into the future. We see I believe a kendo or type of sword fighting dojo. Right, we see one girl who is training there, but we later learn that it's actually the master's daughter.
She's very Mulanish. Like, I don't want to do girly things and get married to a boy. I want to do boy things and learn how to be a swordsman.
Well, yeah, because she wants to take over the dojo at some point, right? But it's kind of hard. Edo Japan, no one's gonna want to learn from her, unfortunately.
Right.
But what's it called? So as we get into the night, there's actually a bunch of dojo crashers that come to the dojo, and one of the main guy is like Anatsu, I believe.
Yeah.
Our main bad guy is Mr. A. That's what I'm calling him. And he looks kind of like super pretentious. You could tell it from him, but him and the master fight. He kills the master. And then his little band of thugs are like, what do we do with the two girls? And then, so the mother gets sexually assaulted and murdered, while the other one is just let go because he's like, oh, we don't mess with children. We're not that vulgar.
Right.
Which, I mean, hey, at least there's that.
Yeah.
Oh man. And so pretty much the main premise for this story is that this girl, not Machi, Riku?
Yeah.
Riku. Oh, Rin.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah. Rin hires Manji after he learns that he is this super badass samurai.
Right. And now it's like 60 years later or 80 years?
50 years, yeah. And so at this point, Manji has been just by himself in the mountains.
Yeah.
Right? Very hermit, recluse type of guy. But when he sees Rin, she looks exactly like Machi, which is her sister.
Yeah.
And puts her to a test like, hey, what would you be willing to do?
Yeah. If you're going to do anything to
convince me
and to
how far
to get
will
your
you
revenge.
go?
Yeah.
And well, you know, she unwillingly starts to undress and he's like, stop. No, like, you know, you're a child. But I guess recognizes her resolve to get her revenge. And so this is where Manji goes on a quest to kill all of the Itoryus, I believe was the organization's name.
Right.
To extract her revenge, while Mr. A has been approached by a government official and has been coaxed into believing that their school or their way of thought, why they're crashing these dojos, they want to unify the martial arts system. This government official is like, we want you to teach our warriors and all that stuff, but really that is a huge trap. Right. And so the culmination of this whole film is that at the end of the movie, Mr. A's organization has been poisoned and dealt with, and he's the only one left. And so, but Manji and Rin want to kill Mr. A, otherwise her revenge is never extracted.
Yeah.
Right? And so we have this huge, another anime-esque large-scale battle.
Super, yeah.
One, like 2 versus 200.
Right.
And they have this, and what's it called? Yeah, and then they finally do have their fight. But before Manji can kill Mr. A at the end, he hands the sword over to Rin to deliver the last blow.
Right.
But she hesitates. And as he walks away, Rin finally decides, like, no, I have to kill him. Right? And so before Rin's blade could reach him, he swings, and he's gonna swing this like huge heavy axe thing.
Right. Like, that's a cool weapon too. I liked it.
Like, you're wrecked if you get hit by that thing. Like, you're dead, right? No, but Manji blocks that blow while Rin stabs him through like the heart.
Yep.
And that's sort of like the end of the film. This is like a really, really condensed 10-minute version of a 2.5 hour movie.
Right, yeah, because this is a 2.5 hour movie, and it's well paced. Like there's not boring parts. It is action filled from beginning to end.
It is very enjoyable. I mean, you don't even feel the 2.5 hours go. And really the last 30 minutes is just this large scale outlandish fight between 2 versus 200.
Yep.
Colby, is there any key moments that you really want to talk about?
Well, it's kind of like there was like the fights and stuff were all amazing. I didn't. So when you said that ghosts,
yeah,
I took it as like a witch.
Oh, maybe
that was like cursing him.
Yeah,
but yeah. So, but I liked how it was like when she came to him and she was like, "I want you to help me get vengeance," and he was like, "I'm not a murderer. I can't just take your word for it and then just go kill these people."
Yeah.
And then she was like, "But well, you're supposed to help me. The witch told me." And he's like, "Well, why don't I just be your bodyguard? And that way, if anybody tries to hurt you, I can kill them but then I'm not the murderer just blindly going in and killing people. And so I thought that was great because then that came around to the end where he almost killed Mr. A.
Yeah.
And then he stopped himself and he was like, I'm not a murderer. I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Here, you get to make the final. I've chopped him into little pieces. You can make the final blow.
It was like a nice little loophole for his conscience, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, like, I think later, because you learn that, so when Manji was a samurai for a government official, the government official had tricked him, saying that this other government official was corrupt, taking, like, all the things from, like, the people that is under him.
Right.
And so Manji goes to kill that person, but then learns that that government official was actually going to report the corruption of his master.
Yeah.
And so that's when he goes to, so like that's why he no longer takes the word of anybody.
Right.
Yeah. Oh man, I think one of the things that kind of like made me a little upset is that fight between him and that God, I forgot. That female ninja, or I don't know what she was.
Oh, yeah.
Because, man, he got dismantled. Like, we're talking about a samurai who probably has 80 years of experience.
Right.
Dismantled by a little ninja girl. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it like that because she's a girl, but I'm just saying, like, even a ninja, anybody.
But yeah, because he's a samurai, so he's used to the like, even if it's not with honor, you're fighting face to face. It's like battle to the death or battle to concede. And she's like, stab, poof, disappear.
Yeah, but like, so
jump on you, stab, poof, disappear. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, okay, so like, I would get that if he was maybe like a samurai just in his golden years, right? Like if he was like 50, aged, and I'm like, all right, fine, you know, yeah, I guess. But he's an immortal, and he's been fighting for God, maybe 80 plus years, right?
Right.
And so I was just like, this maybe I'm giving him too much credit. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What about the fight with him and the other immortal monk?
That was good, and that totally took me by surprise. I didn't realize that other guy was going to be an immortal also, and he was 200 years old.
Right? Yeah, and he had some tricks up his sleeve. He's like, if I ever meet someone with the bloodworms like me, I have this oil that's, I don't know, that slows down the worms enough.
Right. It's poison to the worms, and so then they make you weak enough that I could kill you.
Which sucks. But, you know, this is like, with situations like this is where we kind of see Manji's resolve to, even though he wants to die, still wants to live.
Right.
As long as he has a purpose.
Yeah, because at the beginning, he's definitely like, I am cursed to live forever, and all I want to do is die. And maybe you get the idea that like maybe I'll take this bodyguard job because if I'm fighting against the greatest swordsmen who are
this generation,
somebody will be good enough to kill me.
Which makes Rin leave him.
Right.
Because she doesn't want to be the like she doesn't want to lose another person in her life. And so that's kind of, I think Rin for me was sort of the weakest part of this movie. Maybe
I thought when she was angry, I thought she did a great job. But yes, like I can see what you're saying.
No, I think it was her angry voice that was kind of grating to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, so at towards at the end of the film where Mr. A was about to get ambushed by a whole bunch of samurai, and she's like, she runs out, she's yelling, she's like, it's supposed to be 1-on-1. Why are you guys ganging up on one person?
Oh, right.
But I think it's because she has that shriek to her voice.
She does, yeah.
And I was like, ugh. like dragging my nails on a chalkboard. Now, a younger generation, a chalkboard.
Right. It used to be like a granite version of the whiteboard. And for the really young generation, the whiteboard used to be like the computer screen with your touch pen.
Oh man, no. Is there any specific deaths that was like your favorite from this movie?
I liked the one where he was fighting against like the three guys, and they shot a chain through his hand so they could like tie him to the tree so he couldn't get away, and he was just like, I'm just gonna chop off my hand then, so I could keep fighting.
Right. Oh, but this was the fight where the spirit witch or the witch came up to him. He's like, "Why are you trying so hard?"
Right. And it was shortly after he fought the monk. So he had been poisoned, and his bloodworms were working at slow pace.
Right. Or they're just like drunk, like they just don't want to show up to work that day.
Right.
Yeah, no, that was cool. My favorite death was probably with the blonde guy when he was hanging off the cliff, and I was like, oh man. He's like, yeah, I'm totally gonna come back and kill you. And then they show it from the waterfall, and he just splat.
That was so funny. Like, I didn't really understand the blonde thing. Like, I understood he got his hand chopped off, and that he was so like. Gross. But then it was like, it seemed like now it's like a week later, and like his hair is completely blonde.
Right. No, what I kept thinking. No, what he said is like, my hair has gone white because of all the stress that's happened. But then again, we have to remember.
But it's not like white. It's like surfer blonde.
Yeah. But we have to remember this is a world, right, where the first guy that Manji kills, the guy with the messed up, burned top half of his face.
Yes.
He, I don't know, stitches dead people's heads on himself.
Yeah.
That was probably the most disturbing thing for this.
It was, yeah.
Where in the first fight, the person that Manji had the first killed from the Itoryo, had stitched Rin's mom onto his body and then showed her face.
Right.
That was pretty bad. Also, okay, so one thing I do have to ask.
And he was wearing like a samurai mask.
Yeah.
And his face looked good, but then when he took the mask off, it was like his face was all like burnt and deformed in the parts that were covered by the mask.
No, it was in the parts that weren't covered.
No, because you didn't see that it was all burnt till he took it off.
Oh, I saw it. You didn't see it? No. Like from his eyes up, it was burnt. And then his mouth down was like smooth.
Yeah.
Like a baby's bottom.
Yeah.
One thing I do want to ask is, where did that guy with the spiky hair get the gel? It is Edo, Japan. Like, what animal extract is he using for his hair to be that spiky? One question though is like after Manji beats him, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't kill him, but then he just never shows up again. Oh, I guess. Well, do you think he just got poisoned, or do you think he left the group? It's like,
I don't know,
because it seemed like he was gonna be a pretty like prominent character, but after that fight, and that was kind of like funny because he was all like, one, know your enemy. 2, know the terrain. My friend got stuck in that quicksand.
I feel like maybe that would have been a more ongoing battle, like in the manga, if you had like.
All right, or in the anime. I don't know if there was an anime adaptation about this, but I'm pretty sure there was.
I think there is, because I totally remember seeing an anime with the similar scars on his face. He had very distinctive scars.
Yeah, those were pretty bad, to the point where I think his face, he didn't have one eye, right? Like he couldn't use one eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Yeah, I thought he was gonna. I thought the spiky haired kid was gonna be a lot more prominent in this movie.
Right. Yeah, because like just the way his hair looked, and he's got the. I thought it was appropriate. He was wearing the mask because he didn't want to get COVID even back then.
Yeah, Edo Japan. Who's gonna help you, right? Jesus, a cold could kill you back then.
But yeah, I think that was probably all those people were probably minor bosses that were a whole
lead up to Mr. A,
like novel, like a whole volume of the anime,
like
or of the
small arc of everything. I like the pacing of this film though. Yeah, for 2.5 hours, you feel like you get as much as you could from a movie.
Right.
Like we've said for the past month, we always think like a lot of these anime adaptations would be a lot better like as live action if they were a series versus a 2.5 movie. Right. But this one, it gives you a lot that you feel like content with the film that you just watched.
Yeah. No, this one, but you want more, but it was complete. Like there wasn't like, I don't understand what happened to these things and how did this jump to this. Some of the
the only main complaint I would have of this film is sometimes there's a lot that they skip that you feel like, okay, well, Manji had agreed to be Rin's bodyguard, and then the next scene is just the fight with the 3-headed dude. Mm-hmm. Right? And I was just like, how did they fight? There's like no time for scouting scenes. Which I get, but yeah, I just like sometimes it was weird when they would jump to these random parts.
Yeah.
Is there any fights that were your favorite besides the
major like giant fights were all fantastic, like the beginning one and then the end one, just and I like that he starts getting in that battle and he just like he pulls the handle off one sword and then like makes it into like Darth Maul double saber.
Yeah, that is actually I have totally forgot about that. That's super cool. And he's like really proficient at it. He's like, well, I'm going to be alive for a long time, so I'm just going to practice these really cool things.
Yeah.
Probably the coolest part is like when he like throws his hands down, all those swords that he's carrying just like stab into the ground.
Right. Yeah, they're like drop your weapons.
Yeah.
And he just like swings his arm down and there's like 12 swords come out of each sleeve.
Yeah, one of the things too that we always have to note is actually when Rin goes to get the swords that he has sharpened, we're at a point in time in Edo, Japan where there's not too many samurai fights anymore.
Right.
Because the sharpener goes to say, wow, like I've been sharpening knives for 20, 30 years and it's been a long time since I've smelled innards on swords. I was like, man, that guy has a sharp nose.
That's true, because they do a little bit about the girl and her father's sword, but I feel like in the anime or in the manga, that would have been a much more like a important point. Yeah. So we do have to sacrifice some themes in the movie because there's just no time, right? Yeah.
Can we talk about the last boss? What do you think about his motivation for everything that he's done so far in the movie? Which was, you remember?
Yeah. So he's basically also revenge. That his father fought and protected one of the
Rin's father. No, his grandfather had fought and protected Rin's grandfather.
Yeah. And then basically when the government came in, they were like, yeah, you protected me, but you're not a samurai, so we don't
you're not qualified.
Accept your claim.
Yeah.
It's because you used an axe.
Yeah.
And a samurai only uses a sword.
Yeah, it's like only barbarians use axe.
Yeah.
Which, it is really unfair because he only picked it up because he was trying to protect somebody.
Right.
And that axe is the same axe that Mr. A uses throughout the movie.
Yeah.
Which, man, it's like swinging like it sounds like you're swinging around like a 75-pound kettlebell. And it's very off balance because the hilt is like very thin and the top part is super heavy.
Right. It's kind of halfway between like a sickle and like Thor's hammer.
Oh my god, just imagine if like Marvel gave a Thor a sickle instead of a hammer.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, no, it sounds devastating when he swings it around. It looks like it kind of almost looks like a question mark, like a Riddler weapon.
But yeah.
But the Riddler would be too weak to wield that thing.
Yeah, and that's I always love that in like anime and stuff. You got like the skinny guy who looks weak, just he's a skinny and wiry, but then he's got like a sword that's like a foot thick, or he's carrying a big Harley Quinn hammer or something.
I feel like a hammer is more doable than like a Buster sword from freaking Final Fantasy VII. Right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, man. What do you think about the powers that we get presented into this film? So we have like the bloodworms. I feel like that's a power. We have the head stitching guy. What else is there? I feel like the girl had some sort of power.
Right, yeah.
Because she was just disappearing without the poof of smoke.
Right. It was just like swing and poof, she was gone.
Yeah,
without the poof.
Yeah. How do you feel about like all the immortality thing that goes on?
I feel like it's all based on fact, and back in feudal Japan that those things happen. I would like to believe that there was people with magical powers.
So you like to believe that there's bloodworm parasites out there?
Yeah, we just stopped believing in it, so they kind of went away, or something like that.
This is what's it called?
We killed off all the witches,
fairies?
so yeah, all the fairies, and so we've blocked the magic from coming to this world from the other planes.
Good, man, because witch stuff is like kind of like gross. They're always like taking the innards of something. No, like one of my favorite parts of this film too is just it's the fights are so technically samurai-ish, but they're very entertaining, and I think it's one of the best well-adapted type of crossovers, because sometimes things in anime and mangas don't translate too well into live adaptations, right?
Right. Yeah, like so you have like Ninja Scroll, that's a samurai movie, but then you have like the girl who's like snake tattoos actually turn into snakes, and that would be more difficult to do. You have the guy who like rips off his cloak and he's got like a beehive built into his back, and then he can control the hornets, which is fantastic in an anime, but yeah, it would be less believable live action.
It'd be a little good. I mean, like the worms already were kind of goofy, but I think it was well done enough.
It was, because you didn't really ever see him except for that very first time where the client stitches the arm back on. Ugh. Maybe magic's not gone, and maybe Deadpool has been cursed with the worms.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, like,
and Deadpool loves swords. Maybe Deadpool is this guy just 1,000 years later.
What? So he just has bloodworms. That's what they're like testing out on
right,
him.
And his face is horribly burned, so you can't tell that he's Asian.
Oh man. No. So, was there anything more that you wanted to see in this? Like, would you want to see a part 2 to this movie?
I would love to see where this would go, because he definitely makes it wouldn't be a vengeance movie because they've got their vengeance, but he definitely makes the comment that he's not going to die while this girl is still alive. So so there's at least another 40, 50 years of his life that we could see something.
See, what I want to see, right, is a sequel where we're in modern day Japan. Well, I guess, like, I don't know, would it be as effective in modern day Japan, though? Because there's, like, guns and stuff.
Right, but a gun's just a hole. That's easier for a bloodworm, I feel, to, like,
to close
fix
up
than to... Here they're chopping off limbs, then the bloodworm has to, like, sew it back up. Yeah, that would be very interesting. He would just be, like, you go against, like, the Yakuza or something.
Right. Yeah, I'll only bring that up because it kind of reminds me of Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Slayer. Because remember, I think was it the vampire that was with him or something was like we got a clip of him in modern day, like Washington D.C. or something like that.
Yep.
I think it would be really fun to watch him. Just maybe he just has a sushi shop. Who knows?
Right.
No, we can rename it Gun of the Immortal.
There we go. Yes, and he's got.
Oh, then now it's a gunslinger movie.
Right. Still gotta carry a sword, but.
All right.
Yeah. And I love that he taught the girl the little knife throwing trick that never worked, but she always tried it.
I think it's like Eagle Fang or Eagle Fan or something, because every time she like would bring up the small little knives, she would like what? She would spread her arms out like an eagle, like let's telegraph it just a little bit more.
Right? Yeah. There's no way you didn't see those coming, but most of the time the people didn't move and they didn't get hit anyway.
Exactly. They all deflected it like lightsabers and blasters, like ching 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 ching. The only time it ever hit Manji in the back.
Right.
Which actually he pocketed the knife and saved Rin from being slaughtered by our blonde-haired dude who sharpened his bones from his chopped off hand. I don't think you could do that to your bones. I already bitch enough when I have a cavity. Just thinking about that constantly air hitting it.
Well, you got the people who like file their teeth down into like.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd never.
I wouldn't do that either.
Well, I don't get.
That's like a face tattoo. It's have whatever giant tattoo on your back and arms, but just be able to like put a shirt on and like
cover
at
it.
Least
look decent.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen, I that's the kind of confidence I want, though, Kobe. For anything that I do in life, I want to have enough confidence. I want to have the confidence of someone who puts a tattoo on their face. Because that guy doesn't need your money.
Right.
I don't need to be hired by this company. But do you think people with the same scar Manji has like the same sort of stigma, or do you think it's just all pity? Like, oh my god.
I think it's probably the way you carry yourself.
Oh.
I mean, because you see somebody with a face scar, like a big face scar,
like
and they're like, you're like, oh, that guy's he got that in prison. Oh, so
but
say yes to him.
But
or you're like, oh, that guy, he in a car accident. Oh, I feel so bad for him. He's never gonna find love.
You just like took it to like one more step, because I'm just saying, because when we watch the Gun of the Immortal, and he's running a ramen shop, or
right.
Or I don't know, he'd probably be a fisherman. I feel like that one would have like the least amount of people that you'd have to deal with.
Yeah,
right.
I could see that.
Oh man. Well, we're gonna do our reviews, our review section a little bit early this time. So
before we do that, one other thing that was kind of interesting. I watched the trailer for this, just because there's Amazon's got a ton of samurai movies, and now I want to watch them all. But I watched the review or the trailer, and I was like, oh, this looks fantastic. I can't wait to watch it. And then I started watching the movie, and it was in black and white, and I kept thinking, did I get the name of this movie wrong? Is this like a remade version? Because the trailer wasn't no black and white. It was all color. And it threw me off. And I like almost stopped, and then it colorized itself after he got the bloodworms.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a minute I was slightly confused.
Oh, are you not a fan of black and white films?
No, I don't have any problem with it. But I just had watched the trailer and it was in color, and then I was like, oh, this has been black and white long enough that I feel like this is going to be a black and white movie, and that is not the correct movie.
Yeah, I actually like that transition when they went from because I'm super cool with like black and white samurai films just because I grew up with them anyway. But when I first watched it, I was like, oh, I guess this movie's in black and white. But the transition for when he got the bloodworms and it slowly fades into color, I was like, oh, that was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if this is the first time you guys are joining us, we do our reviews in 4 sections, which is Stream It, DVD, Blu-ray, and Ultimate Box Collection. So Colby, where you at?
I want the Ultimate Box Collection that has the first 100 movies.
Oh, the Takashi Miike 100-box collection.
I feel like that would be a fantastic collection, or maybe just like his greatest hits. We get, 10 of his movies, his 10 best known, or something.
That would be really cool.
Yeah, I think. I don't know what extra you would get going Blu-ray, but I think I would still probably go Blu-ray over DVD on this. This was definitely like a lot of rewatch value. Definitely shareable. I mean, it's a little long for a share, like hey, you haven't seen this movie? Sit down and watch.
Oh, this is like a pizza and beer. You have to have
right.
Yeah, if you're convincing your friends to sit still for 2.5 hours.
That is true. But it's got enough action that you could have it on in the background, and anytime somebody's looking at the screen, people are getting killed. Yeah. So it's definitely.
No, yeah, I'm in the same boat. Like, if there was a Ultimate Box collection of like Takashi Miike's 10 greatest movies, or if there was like a website that like, hey, build your own Takashi Miike box.
Oh, right.
That's dangerous. I would definitely get this. I would definitely get this in the Ultimate Box collection, but as a standalone, yeah, Blu-ray. I think it's an easy Blu-ray. I feel like it's new enough where the extra definition or whatever, the 4K whatever is
right,
wouldn't hurt it too much if they have to convert it or whatever. But I also think it would have like at least a couple of interesting extras, like so. As far as like manga backstory, the anime backstory, maybe like a little character, like profiles or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I think this would be really fun, and it's just like a really good movie to add to if you're a big samurai lover and an anime lover too,
right?
Because this is live adaptation anime.
I would pay the $14.99 a month for a couple months if they had like the streaming Takashi channel. Oh. That way I could just binge through all of his movies.
Yeah, that would be... Or, like even if an Ultimate Box collection included this and the anime.
Right.
That would be really cool, too.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us for another episode and staying with us through another month of of movies that you might have not seen.
Wait till next month with our next theme, which is to be determined.
Surprise, surprise.
Yep.
But yeah, we have all these links down down below on our show notes. It's our Amazon affiliate links. If you guys want to help support the channel, it always is nice to click and shop on Amazon. The world is what it is right now, and you want to limit your shopping. I don't know.
Right, and the world is so negative right now that you should listen to ours, because even on bad movies, underappreciated movies, we still share some love.
Right.
Nothing but positivity.
Right. Exactly. And and also leave us reviews.
Definitely like and share. And if you guys have any suggestions on themes that we haven't yet done, or themes that you want us to do more of, I mean, hey, we could do a Nick Cage theme every year.
He has enough movies.
He does, and he puts out like 4 a year. So every year we could just.
He also has
we will never run out.
Right. He also this is probably going to be old news by the time this airs, but he has a documentary on Netflix on the history of swear words.
Very interesting. I'll have to check it out.
And it's him. But yeah, I hope you guys join us for next month. Hope you guys enjoyed listening to the channel. My name is Barry.
This is Colby.
And this is Who Watches This. If you guys want to check out who does our theme music, it is Lee Rosevere. It's called Arcade Montage, and it's on our Music for Podcast 3 album, and her Bandcamp is down below.
Thank you.